Hi everyone, my name is Sujata from But Natural Photography in UK. As promised, I'm going to show you the straight out of camera image of this shot so that you can get an idea of how much can you do with every image. And this image was really a learning for me, for the fact that anything that's really underexposed or anything that you feel has not much dimension, hasn't got much interesting stuff going on in the background, you can make it look good. Especially, we have this problem with beach shots because you would tend to feel that everything looks the same. Oh, it's just the beach, what's the big deal, all the images are going to look just the same. How can you add that sort of depth with colors, playing around with light in Photoshop and Lightroom, to be able to make that image really stand out? So I mean, that's exactly what I did with this image. You'll be shocked to see how simple and plain the straight out of camera of this image is, and I'm going to just show it to you now. So yeah, I mean, look at it. This is a straight out of camera. There's for me, there was nothing to this image. There was the background is completely blown out, and no matter how much I tried to retain the highlights, there's very little information in the background, and my daughter's face is underexposed. Well, that is something that I did intentionally. I underexposed the face of my subject by one stop to make sure that whatever little information I can retain in the highlights, I should. Yeah, because if I perfectly exposed my daughter's face, then my highlights would have been completely blown out. So that's a very big challenge of shooting on the beach, because the sun usually reflects over the water of the sea, and that just makes your highlights blow out. And that's exactly what was happening with me as well. Even though I went during the golden hour to shoot this at a beach in Devon in UK, the sun had not completely come close to the horizon. I mean, it wasn't very close, so the light wasn't soft enough. I'll just give you an example. This is where I've taken the sun into account in my image, just to give an understanding of how bright the sunlight was at that time. You can see it's just, how much it is reflecting on the water of the sea. So if I would have let these sun rays come into my shot, come into my frame in this image, I would have just not got any image. So you need to make sure when you're shooting on the beach, either you're shooting at a really early hour in the morning or sometime really late in the evening when sun is almost set, almost nearly, but still a bit out. One, it'll give you really amazing colors in your image. Two, it's going to be cool because there won't be many people on the beach, so it won't be much distraction for you. And also then you will be able to save your highlights and your shadows in a proper way. You'll be able to balance that out in your exposure. So yeah, so that's our straight out of camera. This is how the image looked after I made certain changes to it, certain really simple changes to it in Lightroom. These are the changes that if you do not use Lightroom, you can also make in Photoshop with the help of a filter called Camera Raw filter. It's the same thing. A camera raw filter in Photoshop is exactly the same as Lightroom. And or if you're using Bridge to cull your images, then you can use the ACR version to be able to make the same changes that I made in Lightroom here. So I first made these global changes in Lightroom, and then I moved the image to Photoshop to make this final product. So this is how my image finally looks. We started from this really underexposed image here, and we have come here finally. So I've added depth to it with the help of colors and curves and levels, and I have brought the face out of my daughter so you can see the expression and see the beauty of what the story this image is trying to tell you. I have done an editing video tutorial of this image, and if you want to watch it, all you need to do is just click on the link below, and you'll be able to purchase it. I am also going to give you my free skin smoothening, sunburst and sharpening actions along with it. So it's going to be a really good package deal. So go ahead and watch it, and please do leave your feedback underneath so that I know what you thought about this. Oh, and before leaving, here's the EXIF data. I shot this image with Nikon D800. My ISO was 50, and I used 135mm f2 lens. So I always shoot wide open, which is why my aperture here is f2, and 1 by 1000 seconds for the shutter speed. So yep, thank you so much guys. Don't forget to purchase the video.